Welcome to What is Real. This is the video log of St. Anthony on the Desert Episcopal Church, and we are the Episcopal and Anglican presence in Northeast Scottsdale and Fountain Hills, Arizona. And what is real? Well, this is real. Coming to you from our home in Tempe, and this is where I've been since Thursday, having a positive test for COVID. That was at the end of last week, and then at the beginning of this week, my spouse Darren also tested positive for COVID. So here's where we've been. Our dog, Mr. Peanut, he is positive, but I don't think he's positive for COVID. He's been a great nurse, but we're getting ready to put him into a Waymo and let it take him anywhere it will take him. Anyway, this will be a brief video. We just wanted to say, number one, thank you. Thank you for all of the prayers, all of the food that people have driven from Scottsdale to Tempe to deliver, for the well wishes, texts, and phone calls, things like that. We wanted to just update on how we're doing. Our COVID has been moderate flu symptoms, mild cold symptoms, most of which are dissipating, and a really pronounced bodily exhaustion. So we've been here and have not been out and about anywhere, not the energy for that, and not the responsibility to be out if one can help it. So we want to say thank you. We wanted to name what Sunday looks like. Originally working with the vestry officers and the staff, we had thought that we would follow CDC guidelines, and I would, if I tested negative in the next couple of days, come and serve as the celebrant and the preacher for Sunday. If I tested positive, I would just make a wave from a distance to let everybody know that I'm okay, doing well, whatever have you. So and things continue, because that is what is real. So instead, the entire time of the pandemic, I have been a priest who's been in hospice, in hospitals, doing funerals, and I have been out because I had to be out and needed to be out, and still trying to be sensitive to the needs of whatever faith community I've been in, being sensitive to what people feel is the case about COVID, whether it's dangerous, it's not dangerous, it's fatal, it's not fatal. We've all had different experiences. So I've always wanted people to know that in every circumstance, whether it is grief or loss or despair or joy or hope or whatever the feelings are, that our churches are the safest places that we can be. And that's a message I want to send, and a message I want to model. The other message I want to offer is that none of us is indispensable, and we're in a community that I give deep thanks for the leadership of the laity, especially in our vestry and our staff, and everybody who volunteers themselves to serve in church on Sundays and all of our other ministries. Because the reality is, I do have a role. My role is important, and on Sundays it can be filled by other folks who are wonderful, passionate lovers of the gospel. And I'm so grateful that Father Nicolosi was able to be with us Sunday, truly on a moment's notice. And this Sunday we will have not a supply priest per se, but a guest preacher and celebrant in the very Reverend Troy Mendez. He's the executive director of the Episcopal Evangelical Society. So you'll be deeply cared for, and deeply cared for from a distance for me. I know that we all have differing anxieties and feelings about not just COVID, but the flu and other things, especially if we're immunocompromised or we have had a traumatic experience where we've had somebody who has died from some sort of communicable disease. So I want to be the voice that says, well done, good and faithful servants of the Lord. I'm grateful that you're there in my absence, and I will be watching and worshiping with you, but from afar, in a way that so many of us hopefully are engaging with faith communities. So to that note, I'm getting better. I'm looking forward to rejoining you. And God bless you from me and for Darren and from Peanut. And thank you for all you do. We hope you will join us if you're not already a part of our faith community in a place that truly belonging and caring for each other is paramount to our identity.